Hello everyone, my name is Denise Roberts and I am the creator of the Painless Prospecting System. And yes, it can be painless. For the past 25 years, I've worked with thousands of salespeople, hundreds of businesses, large and small, to help them generate leads, which led to millions of dollars of additional sales. As a matter of fact, one of our clients did $13 million in just 12 weeks using our process. But I didn't start off that way. I started my sales career hiding on a staircase in tears before I made my first prospecting call. And that's why I created this process. So today what we're going to talk about are the 9 components that make up the Painless Prospecting System. And we're going to focus on 3 key areas. And the first of those 3 areas is this. It's your thoughts. Second area are your words, and the third are your deeds. So let's break these down. Your thoughts are built off your mindset. How am I thinking? Am I thinking that I'm going to be a bother when I'm attempting to prospect? Am I thinking that they're going to reject me? What's going on in my head? Am I letting doubt take me out, or do I have certainty and clarity and I'm moving forward? Inside of thoughts, there's also your beliefs. What do you believe? Do you believe that you're intrusive? Do you believe that you're being a pest? Or do you believe that you're here to help solve their problems and their concerns? You're here to help them get what they really want. So, is the mindset that you have, it's too hard? Or I can do it? And then the third component of your thoughts is that internal dialogue. You know what I'm talking about. We call it your little voice. You know, the one that says you can't. Yes, you can. No, I can't. Who am I kidding? I don't know about you, but I got a party going on up there most of the time. They're always fighting. But is my little voice keeping me anxious? Is it making me nervous? Or am I getting a handle on it? Am I getting mastery on my little voice? Those are the beginnings of the thoughts. Okay, now let's go to your words, because it's what am I saying? Are the words I'm saying something that is compelling, that people want to talk to me, or are they resisting me? Are they giving me a hard time? So we're going to focus on be your prospect. Look at life through their eyes, because when you could articulate their problem better than they can, you automatically get credibility for being able to solve their problems. So it's all about being in their world. And you will go from resisting, or they're resisting you, to them assisting you. Remember how I told you the 13 million in 12 weeks? This was a biggie. When we got that one, we got this all handled. Biggest mistake that people make with their words is they're pitching. They're trying to tell. They're telling about why you should do business with me. Why not to hang up the phone? Why not to close the door on me? So we take you from repelling, because when you tell, they resist. But when you ask, that's the other side of this coin, they assist. That's why all of our work is built around asking questions, but the right kinds of questions to connect with them. And then the final piece of this is to craft your message. You've heard it as an elevator pitch. Well, I don't like that, because that's back to pitching, right? Telling. So we talk about how do you say what you do in a way that has people want to know more, with a wow story, the problems you solve, and people will go from feeling pitched to being interested. Okay, so those are the words. So we've talked about your thoughts, we've talked about your words. Now, all of this is for no use if you don't put it into action. So that's why all of our trainings always have a component of action. Whether it's go to the phones and make calls, whether it's go out and connect with people. So one of the things that we always work on is we create a plan of action, because otherwise you're reactive. You're totally at the mercy of what's going on with them. And your business will have peaks and valleys. There'll be ups and downs versus the steady upward growth. Phonathons, that's what this stands for. As I said, often in our trainings, we literally go and we test and measure, because all of this is theory until we get on the phones, until we have a conversation with someone, whether it's on the phone, whether it's face-to-face, whatever. And left to our own devices, most of us will have avoidance behavior and not make any calls. That's why one of the things that we do when we work with you is we put you in a controlled environment, we make it fun, we have, and people start to embrace it. When they get this and they see the difference and they hear that the prospect on the other end is actually interested, then everything starts to shift. And as you progress, so you've got your plan of action, you've made your calls, you're starting to embrace this, it leads to competency. Because here's the problem. Most training ends with you have an awareness and you have an understanding, but you don't have competency. The only way to get to competency is through practice. And practice and practice and practice. That's why our trainings have these components inside of them in doing the deeds. Because you'll go from informational to transformational. And that's our projects. Those are our 9 areas that we work on in the Painless Prospecting system.